You. My name is Jason. What's your name? Now, today I will be doing a lesson. I will pretend like I have an audience and I could go through some of the things. Sometimes they answer incorrectly, sometimes they answer correctly, sometimes they don't answer at all. So we'll just pretend like I have an audience. Okay, guys, today we're going to be talking about household rooms. Yes, what's a room? Okay, good. Right, right. What are some kind of rooms that we would have in the house? Okay, good. Kitchen. What do we do in the kitchen? Okay, yeah, yeah. We cook in the kitchen, right? Cook food, prepare food, sometimes no cooking, right? What else do we do in the kitchen? Yeah, yeah. Sometimes we eat in the kitchen, right? Depending on the type of house. What other rooms do we have in a house? Yes, a living room. What do we do in a living room? Okay, sure. Watch TV, right? I think these days a lot of people do that. Mostly do that. Watch television in the living room. Anything else we do in the living room? Yeah, sure. Sometimes we sit and talk. Maybe have friends over, right? Or maybe just a family will sit and talk, or play games, maybe. Okay. What other rooms are there? Okay, dining room. Didn't expect that one so soon. Yes, what do we do in the dining room? Yes, we eat, right? Maybe because there's a table, we could play games, play cards, board games, something like that. But mostly people just eat in a dining room. Not all homes have dining rooms. Usually, bigger homes might have a dining room, a room set aside just for eating, or, with a table. Maybe you could play games as well. What other rooms are in a house? Yes, yes, bathroom. What do we do in the bathroom? Okay, yeah, shower or take a bath. Yeah, okay. Use the toilet, right? Yes, maybe brush our teeth, right? Wash our hands, things like that we do in the bathroom. Okay, what other rooms are in a house? Yes, bedroom, right? What do we do in the bedroom? Right, we sleep. And I'll interrupt this part because sometimes students say weird things about bedroom activities, so I'll just say sleep. And maybe we spend a lot of time there. Might play on our computer, right? A lot of things. We spend a lot of time in the bedroom, right? If we sleep 8 hours a day, we spend a lot of time in the bed. Mainly for sleeping, right? Can you think of any other rooms in the house? Where might people put their cars? Yeah, garage, right? A garage. And what do we do in the garage? Yeah, some people just park their car there. Other people might work in a garage, right? They might have tools. When I was a child, my father did a lot of woodwork, and he might do that in the garage, right? A lot of people have hobbies in the garage, do other things besides park their car. Some people will park their car outside the garage just to use the garage as an extra room. Okay, any other rooms in a house? What is a room up above the rest of the house? Begins with an A. Attic, right? What do we do in an attic? That is hard. A lot of attics are different. Some of them are not finished, right? They're not finished. They don't look like the rest of the house. Maybe people don't do anything. or they just use it to store extra things that they are not using. Sometimes people finish it, make it look nice. Then maybe there's more bedrooms, right? Or an office or a study, some other thing. All right, let's do one more room. It's one more room in the house. Okay, sure, basement. What do we do in a basement? Lots of things like an attic, right? Maybe it is unfinished, more like a cellar, and maybe we just use it for storage. Or, right, if it's finished and it looks nice, maybe bedrooms. We put bedrooms in there, right? Maybe bathroom. Maybe it's underneath the rest of the house. It's below it, right? So it depends on the situation. And some houses don't have attics, some houses don't have basements. Okay, that'll do it for now. Any questions? All right, cool. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a good one. Goodbye.